In a clandestine meeting at the White House, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky pleads for advanced Tomahawk missiles. U.S. President Donald Trump, however, deems them very dangerous. What transpired behind closed doors, and why is Russia so apprehensive about these weapons? U.S. President Donald Trump suggested on October 17 that it would be premature to provide Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles, saying during a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that he hoped to secure peace with Russia first.
We need Tomahawks, or we need a lot of other weapons that we're sending to Ukraine. One of the reasons we want to get this war over is exactly that. It's not easy for us to give. You're talking about massive numbers of very powerful weapons. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about. Hopefully they won't need it. Hopefully we'll be able to get the war over with without thinking about Tomahawks.
The Tomahawk missile, a long-range, precision-guided cruise missile, has been a cornerstone of U.S. military strategy since the 1990s. With a range of up to 1,000 miles and the ability to loiter over targets, it's designed to strike high-value enemy infrastructure with pinpoint accuracy. Ukraine, embroiled in a prolonged conflict with Russia, seeks these missiles to enhance its offensive capabilities. However, the path to acquiring them is fraught with geopolitical tension. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on October 17, after his meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump, that he would not make an announcement on long-range Tomahawk missiles his country has sought, noting that Washington does not want escalation with Moscow. Zelensky said he was realistic about the chances of receiving U.S. Tomahawk missiles, after Trump told him he did not want escalation. A Ukrainian source said Zelensky had presented maps of potential targets inside Russia to Trump during their meeting. Zelensky added that Russia fears the missiles.
I think that Russians are afraid about Tomahawks, really afraid, because it's a strong weapon. And they know what we have, what kind of weapon we have, our production. And they understand that combination with Tomahawks, because we speak about it. We don't speak about Tomahawks like Tomahawks. We need combination. And that's why they're afraid of this combination. They understand what we can do.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed extreme concern over the potential delivery of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine. Russian officials warn that such a move would escalate the conflict and harm U.S.-Russia relations.
Там были вопросы, связанные, скажем, с обсуждением проблем с поставками новых систем оружия, в том числе дальнобойных систем, высокой точности, это томагавки и так далее. Ну, я уже сказал, что это приведет к разрушению наших отношений, во всяком случае наметившихся позитивных тенденций в этих отношениях.
Analysts suggest that Russia's apprehension stems from the missile's ability to strike deep into its territory, potentially targeting critical infrastructure and military assets.
Что касается томагавков, то это мощное оружие, оно, правда, уже такое не совсем современное, но мощное и представляющее угрозу. И, конечно, это не изменит, вообще никак не изменит соотношение на поле боя.
Each Tomahawk missile measures approximately 20 feet in length, weighs around 3,300 pounds, and can travel at speeds up to 550 miles per hour. Equipped with Global Positioning System (GPS), terrain contour matching, and digital scene matching area correlation guidance systems, it can strike targets with an accuracy of about 5 meters. Modern variants, like the Block IV, offer enhanced capabilities, including the ability to switch targets mid-flight and loiter for extended periods, making them formidable tools in modern warfare. The Tomahawk's extended range and precision make it a formidable tool for deep strike missions, allowing forces to target high-value assets deep within enemy territory. Its low-altitude flight path enables it to evade radar detection, enhancing its effectiveness in contested environments. Supplying Ukraine with Tomahawks could significantly alter the balance of power in the region. The missiles would enable Ukraine to conduct deep strike operations against Russian command centers, airfields, and logistics hubs. However, such a move also carries risks. It could provoke a stronger Russian response, leading to further escalation and potentially drawing NATO into a more direct role in the conflict. During the meeting, President Trump expressed hesitancy about supplying the missiles, citing concerns over escalation. He emphasized his role as a global peacemaker and referenced ongoing communications with President Putin. President Zelensky, while acknowledging the risks, argued that the missiles are crucial for Ukraine's defense and could pressure Russia into serious negotiations. International reactions to the potential delivery of Tomahawks have been mixed. European leaders urge caution, fearing that such a move could destabilize the region further. Meanwhile, NATO officials are closely monitoring the situation, balancing support for Ukraine with the need to avoid direct confrontation with Russia. The decision to supply Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles is not merely a military one. It's a geopolitical gamble with far-reaching consequences. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely, aware that each move could bring us closer to a broader conflict or pave the way for a negotiated peace.